Welcome to ABAQUS tutorials. We discuss the composite wing design. Please watch part 1 and part 2, which describe the theory and the problem description. Now I'm going to turn it to Lifu Wang, who will walk us through the CAD modeling. Thank you, Lifu. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Professor Goyal, and hi everyone. Welcome. Now let's see how do we apply this analysis on using ABAQUS. So first, we need to set up our work directory to the path we want, and then we are going to create a model. But today, first we need to input all the data points we have in this file. One way is you can create your own sketch and then enter these points manually. But I've given you a Python code, so if you just run it, you can have the sketch. Let's go through the Python code together. So basically, it create a new model called airfoil project. Like here, you have a model 1, and by running this one, you can create this new model. It will be a new blank model. And then we create a new sketch called base sketch with a size of 2. And these are the points we have. I just copy that in. And finally, I use the spline tool to combine all the points into a curve, into one single curve. That's basically what it's doing here. So to run this code, simply just copy all of that and then paste it here. So you can choose this one, which is buried in Python code runner. So if you run it, you see that if you paste it, you will see that you have the airfoil project here. So now you can delete the model 1. You cannot delete model 1 before you have a new model. So if you open airfoil project, it's basically blank except the sketch. You have this base sketch, which is the elevator cross section. It should start from 0 to 1. Okay, so now we can create the parts. So this time, we're going to create the base plane for that. So without a plane, you cannot assign another datum plane. So that's why we need this base plane. Call it base plane. So it doesn't need to be, just make it a square. It doesn't need to be what shape. As long as it's a square, it's okay. So we are going to use this plane as a base to draw all the parts. So let's see what do we have. And let's assume base plane is at the coordinate of 15, y equals to 15. So we need to create 5 planes here. This one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So for the base, you should have a 0.25 increment. And for the tip, you should have 14.75 increment. And all different levels, you have different y here. I was listed here. So sorry. So basically, long click this one and select the tools, create datum plane, offset from plane, and choose the plane you have, and choose the enter value, and make sure that the direction following the positive z direction. And then for the first one, we have 0.25, as I mentioned. This is the plane. Later, you're going to use this plane to draw the base. So now click this one again, enter value, same direction, and then the second one, this one, should have a distance of 3.9375. And keep doing this. The third one has 7.625. First one, you have 11.3125. The last one, you have 15. So this 5 datum plane is the plane that later you're going to draw the cross section on. So we choose the tip first, which is 1.85. Choose this plane. Sorry, click the cross first and choose this plane. And then use this tool to draw a line, create a wire on the planer. And then you're going to select sketch origin, choose specify. And then when you hit enter, when you choose the plane, here you can directly click enter to make sure the origin is located at 000. Sometimes if you don't do this step, it will calculate to a random origin, and that will make your sketch process harder. And then choose this vertical line for the base and on the right. Now we can import our sketch, which is the base sketch. It's like this. Originally it's from 0 to 1. So well, we can keep this one, or we can actually move it. So we want to scale it by 1.85. So we can keep this point, choose the scale, choose the very left point to make this point as a scaling center. Scale factor should be 1.85. You can choose whether you can move this point actually go to the center, or you can use other way, but it doesn't matter. Let's just translate it to the center. So if you choose this point and choose the center we have 0, 0, it will move to the position you want, which means this is the coordinate you want. This is the coordinate. So now click done. Next step, we are going to split that into 10 parts, like from 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4. So by doing that, we can have we can create the ribs at 0.2, 4, and 6, and we can split the shell into 2 parts. One is the stiffening shell. The other are the normal shell. To do that, first we create a construction line. Choose the very left point, and then you can see a little V here means it's vertical. And then use the patterning tool. Select this point, construction line. We don't need to pattern vertically. We just need to pattern horizontally. So we need 10 of this construction line. And the spacing of that should be 0.1 times 1.85. So 0.185. Now you can see that it's partitioned into 10 pieces. And we need to connect 0.2, 0.4, and 0.6. So 0.2 is here. Zoom in and select the correct point. If you don't zoom in, it's easier to select the wrong point. So click the cross Same things for 0.4. And same things for 0.6. You can see our first sketch is like this. Now, go back here and double click the features. At the features, you have this one. Double click this one and go back to the sketch mode. If you accidentally get out from the sketch like me, then you can go in to the sketch mode using the previous procedure I've showed you. So now we need to split the shell into 10 pieces. The reason we do that is by doing this split later, it's easier to draw the mesh and it's easier to define the location of the stiffening shell. So to do that, we long click this one and choose split and choose the entire shell and the first line, and it will be partitioned into top and bottom. So for top one, each of that click the shell and then click the construction line. It will create a partition automatically. So keep doing this. And also do the same thing for the bottom. Now we finished our first cross section, which is the tip, and we can save it. To use this one to save the sketch, call it tip sketch, and click done. You can have it. Now let's do the same thing for the other plate. Let's do the second one. Use this tool to draw the plane and click enter to select the origin and click this edge to put your sketch plane. Now we can load. Instead of the base sketch, we load the tip sketch and it will be overlap with our previous sketch. Now we need to multiply it by the scaling factor 1.7527. So first scale, choose the scaling center, enter 1.7527. And we need to translate it from this location, from this location to the position we have by moving to the left by 3.1475 units. So translation, initially let's enter 00, and it should move to the left by minus 3.1475. So it moved to the left from its original position to the left by 3.1475 units. Now click the down. And you have the second cross section. Same thing here for the third one. Draw line, enter, and then right click the line. Input, tip sketch, scale, enter the scale factor 2.5054. Sorry. This is pick the center point. So pick this point. So that this point, the location for this point will not move. And then we enter 2.5054. Now translation 00 and then minus 62950. 295, yeah. And the fourth one, sorry, click the wrong one. Choose the fourth plane, use this tool, enter, and then this edge. And load tip sketch, and then scale 3.2581. Choose this point first, 3.2581. Translate, choose this point again. Sorry. Start point should be 0, 0. Ending point is minus 9.4425. So done. And then you can see that now the origin is not at this point anymore. So it's easier to make mistakes. Always choose 0, 0 for your starting point of translation and ending point of translation following this coordinate. And the last one, which is the base plane. Load tip sketch and then scale. Choose this point. Last one is 4.108, 0108. Translation, choose this point. Sorry. Translation and then 0, 0 and then minus 12.59. Down. Now you can see this is all the cross section you have. Now we need to draw the surface, which is the shell for this one. So to do that, we long click this one and choose create shell from Loft. And select the first one. And we're going to select this cross section, but we cannot select the 3 line in the middle. Otherwise, the Loft cannot work. This outer shell is the Loft we want. Choose the second one and then choose choose the base cross section we created and hold Control to deselect the 3 line we have. Sorry, I accidentally select the surface. So hold Control and deselect the surface edge. And if it is chosen correctly, if it is chosen correctly, if you click the preview, it was supposed to show you this graph. And double check that all your cross sections should be laid inside this geometry, and it's the cross section of your geometry. So click OK, and it will generate this shape. Now we are going to create the ribs, which is the 3 line here. Same procedure. We create the very left ribs first. Choose this one, and then select the corresponding line on the base. You should see this red line here. That is the first rib. You can do it in the opposite direction. So choose the first one and select this one. And then go back. Choose the second one, select the second one. And also for the third one. Second one. Select the circle. Now you have the 3 ribs for your cross section. Finally, we need to create the spars, which is horizontally distributed. We already have the cross section at the sparse location. We just need to create a planar. Here, long click and select Create Shell Planar. And then choose the second plane to show it. And then, oh, before we do that, sorry, I forgot one step. Before we do that, we need to select the cross section we already have. So go to 1, 2, which is this one. We need to save this one. So we save it as sketch 2. And also line 3, save it as sketch 3. And then line 4, save it as sketch 4. Click the down and then OK. So when you have all of that, now we can create our cross section. Choose the planar and then select the second plane. Same thing, enter 0, 0, choose the vertical one on the right. And now we need to input our sketch 2, which should be this one. But now we are creating a plane, so we use this eraser tools to delete all the construction line and the vertical lines in the middle. So click enter. And after you click the down, it should be inside. Same thing here for the third one. Use the planar, enter, click this edge, load, sketch 3. Use eraser tool to delete all things here. Construction line, you can save it, but you need to delete all those vertical lines in the middle. Same thing for the fourth plane. Enter, right click, load the fourth sketch, eraser, delete all the vertical lines inside, and then done. Now double check whether you have the ropes or not. So you can select this surface and then click this, remove the selection. And you can see it's sealed. That's the spars you have. So up to here, our modeling is done. Finally, the final things we are going to do is to get rid of the base plane because we don't need it in our analysis. So choose this remove face and choose the base plane. Now this is the structure. Looking from XZ direction, it should look like this. And make sure that so it would be better if we can add another. I think, yeah, we should have another spar at the base. There's no spars at the tip, but there should be a spar at the base. So do it in the same way. Go to the 1, 5, and then click this sketch and save it. Call it sketch 5. And then click so here we still need a base face to draw all the pictures. So here in the remove face, we can delete this one. So then in the one file, sorry, we can choose this plane now. Choose this plane. It's hard to choose. Choose this plane and then use the planer and 0, 0 and choose the edge on the right. Now import sketch 5 and then use the eraser tool to delete all the line in the middle. Done. Now we can use this tool to delete the base face. So if you look at here, at the base parts, base plane features, you should have datum plane 5 of that. You should have 5 wire representing the cross section, and you should have 4 loft, which includes the shell and the 3 ribs, and you should have 4 planar, which includes the spars, 4 spars you have. At the base, it should be sealed with spars, but at the tips, we leave it blank. So that's the part for creating the model. Now let's do analysis.